More than 6 people were rescued from a raging apartment fire in Annapolis. The fire at Farragut Court burned out of control for more than an hour. As Kathleen Cairns reports, some residents had to be rescued from second-floor balconies.
AM 39.
It was a blink of an eye. It just happened just like that.
It's the end of the fire.
I can't believe everybody was out.
But it's just the beginning of the drama.
Dad called 911.
For 8 families displaced.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this works great.
Gregory Jones came home from church. He was rescued along with his mom.
They took her to the hospital right now for. No. Yeah, Stacy with her. Come on.
Where's Dad?
John coming behind you. Come on.
Other relatives are just finding out.
Oh boy.
Little Daniel doesn't comprehend how close he came.
Check it out because there was a lot of smoke. The flame of the fire was going out.
Firefighters also rescued a mother and a 1-month-old baby. Both suffered from smoke inhalation and were sent to the hospital.
While firefighters clean up,
our units use ground ladders and other equipment to get those people down.
residents realize what the consequences could have been.
Isn't God good? Yesterday I bought these to send to Russia and to the Ukraine, and I had them still in my car, and there you need them today. So now they go to you.
All right, thank you very much.
It's the true spirit of giving, melting hearts, despite the melted decorations.
Look at you, nice and warm.
It's one small corner of the world where residents know firefighters who did their duty made a big difference. In Annapolis, Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45, News at 10.
No word yet on what caused that fire.
My heart's still pounding. It was just really frightening.
They know we just running. It was running and running around.
I'm still shook.
It sounded like a bomb.
Chaos and confusion on Borman Avenue.
And I heard this huge explosion. I mean, it rattled my windows. I thought it broke my windows. But I called 911 and I told them, I said the house across the street just blew up.
By the time firefighters arrived, this framed duplex was already reduced to rubble.
So I ran over here and got behind the car because glass was flying everywhere.
But somehow, Olivia Jones managed to escape the smoky inferno.
I was literally in my kitchen washing dishes, and I heard the boom, and when I turned around, everything was caved in around me. I heard the voice of God say, just get out.
But when she tried to open her back door, it jammed.
No glass. I climbed out of the window over my neighbor's fence.
And she got out, fortunately. I was so glad to see her come around. I was like, I'm so glad to see you.
But 61-year-old David Jones, who lives in the other unit, suffered burns on his face and hands, as did another man in his 60s. And as neighbors struggle to cope with thick smoke, so do firefighters.
Well, at certain points, you could barely see your hand in front of your face, so much smoke was being generated.
Not to mention the sweltering conditions.
When it's hot like this, we always dispatch a medic unit, and they regularly and periodically check blood pressure.
As for Olivia Jones, she's lost everything. But her neighbors take comfort in knowing it could have been worse.
Yeah, it's one thing to lose a house on the block, it's another to lose a neighbor.
He's very special to me. He's different. I plan to get his name tattooed on my body because he means a lot to me.
Everything I pretty much put on me has a meaning to it. That's one of the reasons why I'm putting her name on me.
Oh.
Well, these are people that are in love and they get their names tattooed on each other, and then all of a sudden they're not in love no more. So I just put a flower over top of it, and where the black is in the flower is where I covered up the name. It's true love of me making more money. You got to really think hard, before you get somebody's name tattooed on you. All right, I'm gonna ask you what I ask everybody before I do a name. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right.
Yeah. You're getting your girlfriend's name today, Chris. Permanent commitment.
We're gonna do red in the heart and a little blue star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only live once.
Here we go. It's gonna be a long line.
He's very special to me. I'm a wuss.
This is the true commitment.
Yeah.
You can give the ring back, but you can't take off the tattoo.
And you got your Valentine's Day tattoo. I think I'll see her in about a year for the cover-up.
We're done. You think Rebecca's going to be excited?
I think she is.
Oh, I love Valentine's Day. They make more money. You do get the names in there, and you make more money when they break up. And they cover it up.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. Show and tell.
Show and tell.
That is so hot. I can't think of any other sexier way to spell my name.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe.
Happy Valentine's Day.
There's an old saying, if you get a name tattooed on you, you'll break up. That's not true, because I got my wife's name tattooed on me, and we've been together 10 years.
The best Valentine's Day gift.
$135 for the big beads, $225 for large kosher Polish.
Outside Courthouse East.
And this whole thing is just completely outrageous.
Everyone is anxious to hear the verdict.
They got all the evidence that they need. I don't know, there's more to it than what's meeting the eye.
The people who decide the verdict, what do they call the jurors? Yeah, they come here and order food. They be talking about it a lot.
Jurors have been talking, deliberating for days. The 7 women and 5 men have spent hours in a jury room on the 2nd floor.
And the trial's still going on. That's sad.
They're trying to unanimously agree on a verdict. Adon Canella and Policarpio Espinoza are facing first-degree murder charges. The 3 children had been beaten and nearly decapitated. Jurors already told the judge they were a hung jury, but he ordered them to continue deliberations.
Well, we're from Fort Lauderdale. We noticed all the trucks with the TV cameras and didn't know what was going on.
People's patience is wearing thin.
It's a waste of time and taxpayers' money to know when you got all the evidence to go through all this crap.
Attorneys pace and people talk.
And this is being dragged on, and it's terrible because there's children involved.
They wait and wait some more.
I can kind of imagine what the jurors got to go through right now. So why are the jurors dragging their legs? They need to get it over with.
$3 even.
Friday, jurors will return to deliberations late at 11 a.m. because one juror has a funeral to attend. In downtown Baltimore, Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45, News at 10. It's close to midnight in Laurel.
All right, come on, fellas.
But members of the Moose Jaw hockey team are wide awake. There's competition and camaraderie under team captain Bill Lurch.
Bill is the leader of our team.
Bill loves to play.
That love for the sport is evident even outside the rink.
Hockey plays a key role in this family. I like ice hockey.
Just take a look around his son Eric's room.
You chase this little rubber disc around with a hockey stick. It's the puck.
Everything reflects the love of the game.
And try to get in the other team's goal.
But 2 years ago, the entire family was forced to put down their sticks when Eric got stomach aches in school.
We didn't realize how bad it was.
It was cancer. Even after radiation and chemotherapy, Eric needed a stem cell transplant.
And you just sit and say, is he going to make it? And then they're talking about transplant. I'm like, how can you do this? I mean, he's like on death's door and you still want to do more to this kid. How can you?
Back on the ice, his father's teammates realized they had a new opponent to battle, the Lurch's mounting medical bills.
I remember the day it happened.
So they started fundraising to help their hockey family, even selling donated tickets to Caps games.
Bill was the ringleader and made everything happen.
Together, Dad helped Eric pull through 2 bouts with cancer. Life at the Lurches seemed almost normal. So October 9th, Bill got back on the ice again. But 7 minutes into the game,
he came off the ice. One of his teammates said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I feel great." And no sooner he said that, he fell off the bench. He died playing hockey.
Bill had a fatal heart attack doing what he loved.
They want to die on the ice. And you know, for Bill to go out that way, I think it was poetic.
For Bill's widow, Joan, things were about to get even worse.
They took him down from ultrasound, and that's when we found out he had testicular cancer. And that was the hardest thing for them to tell us, because we had just lost his father 3 weeks prior to a heart attack. And then they telling me that he relapsed again. Bill was always there. We were a team. Sorry. And to do this solo, that's hard. I'm going to fight this cancer. Not going to let it take over.
Eric now has the same kind of cancer Lance Armstrong had.
This is an autographed jersey from Lance Armstrong from when he rode the Tour of Hope.
At Johns Hopkins Children's Center,
Eric has been diagnosed with a certain kind of leukemia.
Eric wears his Lance Armstrong shirt to radiation. He also carries a photo he has with Cal Ripken.
And of all times, now he really needs his dad.
Meanwhile, at Eric's school,
Dear special person, my name is Kristen Seymour and I'm an 8th grader at Mount Airy Middle.
Eric's classmates have been writing letters, more than 600 of them.
I am begging you to please help Eric fight his way through his cancer.
You are an important person and you can help make this happen.
They hope to inspire Eric with one particular hero.
We were thinking of asking Lance Armstrong to help bring up Eric's spirit. I really want Lance to come visit Eric and just give him some words of encouragement. Please come and help me help Eric.
Obviously, we'd love to have Lance Armstrong meet with Eric. Whether or not that ever happens, I think the fact that he sees that so many people care has to be a help to him.
Eric finishes radiation. His dad's photo is never far from his side. But Eric knows chemotherapy will be more of an uphill battle.
It's helped a lot with having the Lance Armstrong jersey every time we come in here.
But Lance didn't come to Baltimore.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Eric and his mom went to Lance.
I asked him a question, and what did he eat when he was going through it? He said a lot of donuts.
Armstrong was in Las Vegas for a cancer fundraiser and invited the Lurches.
We talked for a little while, and he signed this hat. It says, "For Eric, so nice to finally meet you. Live strong, Lance Armstrong."
They swapped cancer stories.
I'm going to fight through it. Hopefully this will be the last time.
Armstrong's fiancée, Cheryl Crow, even shot the Lurches' home video.
So, Eric, did you watch the Tour de France?
Look, she's going.
Yes.
Eric left the meeting with soft-spoken gratitude.
Meeting Lance Armstrong gave me a lot of hope from all what he went through and seeing how strong he is now. If he could do that, I can do this.
That evening, at a gala, there was one more surprise.
I've just met the most fantastic person tonight before I got here. His name is Eric.
A 13th birthday gift he'll never forget.
Happy birthday to you.
Eric now has several keepsakes.
You can only get the white tiger, Build-A-Bear, in Las Vegas.
2 Lance Armstrong bears.
Its name is Miracle.
1 for home and 1 for school.
It was a miracle I was able to meet Lance.
But his most treasured bear.
And I built this one, and I named it after my dad. My hero?
Eric's heroes.
1, of course, my dad. Lance Armstrong. Cal Ripken.
But his dad always gets top billing.
He's a hockey player, resembling my dad. It's a good luck charm.
As for the Moose Jaws, well, they've retired Bill's number and now wear it proudly on their uniforms.
13 is a lucky number for us. It is.
They plan to make sure the scoreboard ends up in Eric Lurch's favor.
The whole effort now is about helping the family.
Heroes, not as famous, but just as good.
That kind of camaraderie of a team of guys playing hockey, you don't find that in regular, normal life. It's special.
In Laurel, Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45, News at 10.